Hey, fellow traveler and viewer. Welcome to your reading. We got these animated cards for the pick a card today. So we will doing a 3-card pick a card, and we will have a hidden card for each reading that will be a clarifying card at the end of the readings. Okay. So, today we're going to be asking what to expect next in your life. What to expect next in your life. We will also have crystals, by the way, for the pick a card. Okay, that will be at the end. So, let's take a look. All right, so these will be hidden, and they will be revealed at the end of each reading. And now we will reveal the 3 for the pick a card. Okay, so for reading number 1, we have the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins. Here's the animation, you can see it. Yeah, these are cool cards. Some are more animated than others. Okay, you can see the coin rotating around and the hair of the knight flowing in the wind. Okay. So, for reading number 1, we have Knight of Coins or Knight of Pentacles. For reading number 2, we have the Hermit. It's kind of animated. You can see the glowing lantern. Can you see that? Yeah. All right. For reading number 3, we have the Queen of Coins, so the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So, for reading number 1, we have someone who's protective of their resources, someone who knows what resources are good to accumulate, someone who has the ideas and moves forward with that protection of their resources. They move forward. Advancing their resources and protecting it. So they're someone who's mindful of money, mindful of their time, mindful of their energy. And for reading number 2, we have someone who's wise, who knows when to be alone, who knows that the light and the wisdom within comes from within, that light comes from within. Someone who can practice solitude in order to find that clarity. There's practicing of solitude to find clarity. And finally, we have Queen of Coins, or Queen of Pentacles, someone who knows how to nurture their resources very well. Someone who's a master of nurturing their resources, of growing what they have. Okay, so we're going to add some crystals now. Okay, so we added 3 crystals here. For the Knight of Pentacles, we have this green aventurine. Looks like this. For the Hermit, we have amethyst. And for Queen of Coins, we have the malachite. Okay. I'll give you a moment to choose based on either the card or the crystal. And keep in mind that these are broad readings. So if you feel a strong connection to any idea or theme during the reading, bring it along with you on your journey, and if not, let it float on by. Okay, we will begin with reading number 1. Hi, group number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the Knight of Coins and the Green Aventurine crystal, as well as the unknown card that will be revealed at the end of the reading. We are asking now what's to expect next in your life. So we're going to take a look, and we're going to see what to expect next in your life. We're going to start with the past, move to the present, and then move to the future. Okay, all right, so let's begin. In the past, what was going on? In the past, in the heart, you were feeling traditional values. You were feeling connected to traditional values. A sense of like a wish upon the star, or a feeling like you were doing the right thing based on tradition, based on the past, based on how things are normally done. Could be something to do with structured lifestyle. But in the mind, you were racing. You had thoughts racing. Excuse me, you might have been communicating quickly with someone. fast paced, back and forth, really connecting with someone. And what were you doing? What were you doing during this time? You were feeling trapped. Weird. Okay. So, in the past, you were the Eight of Swords. So we have this imbalance here, or this opposing forces here. We have a racing mind, we have feeling trapped, and we have tradition in the heart, tradition in the subconscious. Perhaps this is something where you feel trapped in tradition. And your mind is racing because something isn't particularly, well, you're not moving forward. So your mind is racing. You feel trapped. But remember, let's actually take a moment to pause here. Remember that the Eight of Swords does not mean that you are trapped. It means that you feel trapped. So you feel trapped with these thoughts. You feel trapped with this traditional sense of self. And that traditional sense of self is the feeling, but that doesn't mean that you actually are trapped, because in this figure you can see the bindings are loose. This person could easily release themselves from what it is that is holding them back. Okay. Where does that lead us? It's interesting. So you felt trapped, but you weren't trapped. You could get free. What do you do about it? Let's see. Okay. So, moving from tradition, we go to exhaustion. This seems to be a card that likes to pop up here. We have the Nine of Wands. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands with the Hierophant. The Hierophant moving into the Nine of Wands. Interesting. You're tired of tradition. You're tired of doing it the same way. There's something about yourself, and this might not be tradition so much as you have habits that are, or rules for yourself. You have rules for yourself that you seem to not be letting go of, and you're kind of tired. But this could be something good. This could be discipline. This could be a willingness. This could be something like that you do every day. Perhaps you're on a diet in the past. Then we have a shock. We have the Tower. The Tower in the mind. So racing thoughts lead to a shock. And what are you doing in this situation? What are you doing? We have this Temperance. Okay. So now we got some growth here. We got some interesting situations here. In your heart, you're just feeling weary of the same in and out. You're feeling starting to get sick of this repetitiveness. I notice there's this repetitiveness, this feeling of like the same thing over and over again. But then there's a shock in the mind that leads to you transforming. And you are patient. You've been patient this entire time. You believe that this path that you're taking is one that is going to help you, is going to lead towards prosperity. This could be a discipline. This could be your exercising. This could be, you're training for something. Perhaps you're going to run a marathon, or you're going to be doing a performance. But whatever it is, it's kind of you're restricting yourself in order to reach a certain level here, because Temperance is all about transformation upwards. Although it might not be linear, right? Because you have the flow going down and then coming back up to elevate itself. So there is this kind of messy nature to it. There's potential for 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of feeling, especially when you have the Nine of Wands here. The Nine of Wands is that kind of weariness of having put in so much effort, putting in so much work, and just being like, when is this going to end? When are we going to reach that goal? I don't see the progress, but the progress is being made. This is a card of hidden progress, unseen progress. It's kind of the opposite of the Nine of Pentacles, where you see the progress. Here you don't. Here you're just putting in the effort. This could be one of those things where you're working really hard and it feels like you've plateaued, but actually what's happening is behind the scenes, a lot of work is being done. A lot of work, a lot of growth is happening that you're just not aware of. But we have the shock here now. We have the Tower in the mind, from the Eight of Wands to the Tower. So a lot of racing thoughts leading to a surprise of some form of shock. Not sure what that is going to be. But we'll take a look now. We'll see what that could be. But what do you expect next in your life? That would be over here. So we'll see that very soon. What to expect next in your life? All right. We have. Okay, so we're going to wands. We're going to stability. Stability within. Okay. So there's some play here. There's a little bit of resting, but there is a sense of there is a foundation being built within you. And that could be what you're not seeing. A lot of this work might be internal. You might be putting in a lot of effort and you're just not seeing it because it's internal. It's happening inside. We have the Page of Wands, interestingly enough. Okay. So in this case, we have a sense of looking out because there's an action you want to take. Perhaps you want to plan a trip. Perhaps you want to travel in the future, or you have a project you would like to build. Whatever this surprise was, it led to you kind of reevaluating and looking at things differently. Like now you have a new action you can take. There's a new action capable of being taken. And where are you going with this? Temperance. What have you transformed into? What are you transforming into? Ooh, okay. Right now, we have this Three of Swords energy here. This is you. This is kind of a shock, I would say. What was the shock in the past where you want to move on in some way? You're kind of looking like you want to travel. In your heart, you feel a foundation. You feel strong about something. But we have this heartbreak here, or this sadness. Yeah, the Three of Swords is one of the big scary cards, right? Three of Swords is heartbreak. But you're feeling this, whatever this is, this already happened. Because this is now the opportunity to heal. This card seems scary. It seems like it's going to be a bad card, but actually what it is an opportunity for healing. Whatever happened in the past has already happened. Now it's time to find ways to move forward. It could be moving on. It could be forgiving oneself. It could be finding, seeing oneself growing in a way that allows you to feel better, to love yourself more strongly. There's something here that's going to give you a chance to take those swords away and to have that fully healed heart. And where's that going to go? Because we have this feeling right now. You feel heartbroken, group number 1. Who's the Knight of Coins to you? There's a knight energy here because we have this movement. Who's the knight in your life? Was there someone who disappointed you? Was there someone who left? Or was there someone who didn't stand up to what they really were hoping to do for you? Like, did they not prove themselves to you as you thought they would have? There's something about the knight and this heart. Okay. So, in the mind, we move. Where are we going next? What to expect next in your life? Well, we have a new idea or a new creative energy. There's an idea for how to create something. You want to create something new. And this is the beginning of a new. We have that uproot, that new sprouting root. We have the Ace of Wands in the heart from this stable position, this stable but sad position. We have the Page of Cups. So we're going to have some joy coming in. There's going to be some laughter, some levity, some light-hearted events that are going to make you feel uplifted. We have this Page who's kind of the funny character here. She's put a fish in her cup. She's joking around. She's by the ocean. She's playing. There's a little bit of that wind sweeping through her hair and whipping up her dress here, or like this shawl or whatever. This would be a scarf, perhaps, some kind of element to her dress, which is being uplifted through wind. There's this energy about it that is a breath of fresh air, a breath of fresh air. So there's some goodness coming in. What to expect next is a spark of new, and that refreshing wind of having, like, finally being able to take a breath and just relax. You are also going to be embodying new forms of producing, New for look at this. Your ideas, your creative spark is aligned with another ace. We have two aces here in the future. A new beginning, really. Your healing, your opportunity for healing is leading you to a new path, one where you are starting to build a new form of resource, or maybe it's a new way to make money, a new job. It could be a new side project. Whatever it is, it's going to bring in resources for you. It could provide more time that you can have, or it could provide more money. Whatever it is, this is a new form of energy coming in. A very strong, happy new beginning here with two aces and the Page of Cups. You're going to get happy, emotional news. It's kind of going to be like, finally, some good news. Finally something good's happening. We're getting a positive aspect here. What is that? What is going to happen? What to expect next after this? What to expect next in your life? Okay. What to expect next? In the mind, after these aces, we have, okay, the opposite of, well, not the opposite, but the kind of the opposite of Nine of Wands. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have progress being visibly made here. So now you're able to actually see progress, and that's good. We're seeing real progress here. It's no longer a plateau of some form. We're really seeing something new. We're seeing the progress being made. In the heart, you're nurturing this new form of energy, the diagonal down, this taking action, leading to some new form of energy, and the nurturing of that energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, a lot of pentacle energy here. So your resources, you're seeing the progress, you're nurturing this progress, these resources. This could be your attention, your time. It could be you're spending more time outside, you're allowing yourself to be more at peace, so that your attention span and your progress, or how you relate to things, gives you more time, gives you more relaxed energy. That could be a resource. That might be a little bit more of the cups energy, but it could be one, especially when it comes to your time and attention, putting in your time and attention into a situation. And we have another Pentacles. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So we have this meticulously working and refining and trying to elevate ourselves into a new perspective, a new position. So we start with a fresh start. We have this fresh, refreshing start, this heartbreak, and now we're moving towards something better and brighter, something that is more akin to what we really were hoping for back in the day. It's not as traditional, but it is one that we're really working towards. We're putting in the time, we're putting in the effort, and we're improving step by step. It's a iterative improvement. That's step by step. One step we improve, and then we keep going, and then we find another little thing we can improve, and we go up a little bit each time, just a little bit better each time. And that can be a relationship that we're building, something that, something that we're dealing with within a relationship. We can take each step by step. We can improve. It's not just finding problems in a relationship. This could actually be more about finding ways that we can elevate each other more and more, how we can love each other more and more. That's the kind of energy of the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is great things coming in. You can expect some really great things coming into your life. You might be feeling heartbroken right now. Group number one, I feel that pain. But look at this refreshing start that there's an opportunity here for a refreshing start. And that's what this Three of Swords can kind of allude to, or can kind of hint at, but it's not something that we see right now, but it is a belief that, hey, this is an opportunity for healing. There are going to be opportunities in the future where we can start over, where we can start fresh at least. Okay, so finally, what is the hidden card here? The final hidden card of the reading. What can we expect next in our life? From the Knight of Coins, where are we going? We're going to, wow, we're talking about fresh starts here, right? We have the Fool. So the Fool card, a new beginning. It makes sense with that Page of Wands. with all of these aces, you're ready to leap in and try something new. That's beautiful. Can you see the the cape waving in the wind? The figure doesn't know, has the unknown right ahead of them. They're going to leap into the unknown. The sun is shining. This is a brand new day. Beautiful. Okay. Group number 1. This has been your reading. If you enjoyed it, please stick around and see reading number 2. Remember, these readings can apply to different aspects of your life, so they can be part of different parts of your life. They can be reading different parts of your life. So, if you'd like, please stick around, and I'll see you in reading number 2. And feel free to leave a comment to let us know what it is, what new start are you hoping to see in your life coming up soon, because that's what we can expect. We can expect an opportunity for a fresh start. Okay. See you soon. Hey, reading number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Hermit card, as well as the Amethyst Crystal, and the Hidden card that will hopefully reveal what to expect next in your life. So, that will be revealed at the end of the reading. Let's begin. We'll start in the past. What happened in the past? Okay. Actually, we'll swap these because I feel like this one wanted to be up here. Okay. So, in the heart, there was a driving force. There was an idea that just had to be moved forward with. There was something that you knew in yourself was important and needed to be enacted or needed to be taken care of. There needed to be action taken here, and it was a driving force within you in the past. Something needed to be done about something. There needed to be something done here. Okay, but what about? On the mind, it had something to do with resources, had something to do with money. You had something to do with your time, too. This could be work-related. This could be sharing an apartment kind of situation. There's this interesting dynamic here where you're moving forward, but you're doing it so that you can nurture your own resources. Okay. And what were you doing? What was the actions you were taking? Because this is how you were feeling, and this is what you were thinking. But what were you doing? You weren't sleeping well, that's for sure. We have the 9 of Swords. Okay. So, sleepless nights, driving forward. There was a driving force within you. And in your mind, you were thinking about nurturing your resources. But it was tough to sleep. The 9 of Swords is an interesting card. It really does have the situation of needing to bring other people involved with the situation. This is an open book that needs to be read by other people. People need to jump in and help with you. You can't just do this alone. This isn't a problem this isn't a problem that you should feel the need to do alone. You should feel comfortable in asking for help. You may not feel comfortable in asking for help, which is understandable. But in this situation, this is one of those times where asking for help is by far the most beneficial thing you can do. In this way, you can gain access to the help that other people want to help you with, or that you can gain access to skills that people have that you might not have. We're sharing and helping each other. And also, in many ways, by asking for help, you're giving the person permission to ask for help themselves. Other people are going to be able to ask for help themselves, and we can actually start to help each other more. Because if we're open and honest about a situation, the more we can actually be offered the things that other people have. People want to help each other. We all want to help. So, this is an opportunity to seek out help. At least there was in the past. Okay. Now you chose the Hermit, so you might have been feeling alone. And that's a tough place to be. If you're feeling separated, you're feeling isolated, you might be with people, but you're just not feeling like you're connecting with them. And that's the feeling of 9 of Swords. But in your mind, you're thinking about nurturing your resources. So this could be just not being able to stop thinking about getting a job, or finding a new path in your career, or finding the time you needed to get certain things done. This is the situation here. And in your heart, you're feeling the drive to do it, but in action, you're having trouble, you're having difficulty in the past. This was in the past. You had difficulty. But what does that mean for you now? Like, we're going to move towards the present. This is still in the past, but let's take a look. So in the heart, you were driving forward with an idea. You had this idea that was pushing this energy within you. And that led to choices to be made. Excuse me. We had choices to be made. You were uncertain. The 7 of Cups in this situation would be one of uncertainty. You know, this is a more modern depiction where someone's not being true to themselves and they're looking at all these options, but none of them are good because they're surrounded by this serpent. The option that would be true to themselves would be behind them, that castle. And all they have to do is lift up that mask, be true to themselves, and turn around and go towards what they really want, not these things that they think they should want. It's a very different card from the more traditional, which is there's just plenty of options. There's so many different options to choose, and it's hard to find the right one. You know, it's almost overwhelming with all of these choices. But there is one choice with the castle. It's tough to be distracted by all these other options, but right now that's within you. So that's kind of a situation that, I'll leave this to the side. That's kind of a situation where being true to yourself will help you guide the actions you need to take. But you're just really uncertain here in the past. This driving force towards uncertainty. I mean, there's something going on. Something's holding you in a place of, it's not despair. It's more like it's uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable. And we're trying to get out of that. But we have this uncertainty here. And yeah, you're still pondering. We have the Page of Pentacles. You know, this is an idea of learning how to manage one's resources. And, we're moving from Queen to being uncertain and trying to think it through. Thinking it through. And this happened in the past. We're thinking it through. What is it about these resources? What is it? Money? Is it time? Is it your attention with somebody? What is it about this resource here that you're so fixated on? You're thinking about your resources so much and you're uncertain in your heart. The actions you're taking, though, what are the actions you're taking? Well, you're refining your ideas. You are thinking through things. You might be doing research. This is something that you might be doing. You might be doing homework, really working through this thing that you're thinking through, this project. Perhaps you are talking with experts, or you're talking with people who are more experienced in what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Whatever it is, you're refining your understanding and you're refining your ability to create. This is interesting, though. This is really interesting because there's so much uncertainty, but you're still going forward with it. You're still moving forward. You weren't really sleeping, or you were really fixated on something in the past. It was tough to like racing mind, tough to think about anything else. And here we have you taking that energy and moving it into action, which is good to see. And now what's happening right now? Where are you right now? Because that's interesting too. We need to know where you are now before we can know what to expect next. What can we expect next if we don't know where we are? Where are you? Group number 2. Well, you chose the Hermit. So you might be feeling lonely, or you might be feeling contemplative. You might be feeling like you're looking for wisdom. You're seeking wisdom. Wisdom seeks wisdom. Okay. So what do we have here? You might be feeling out in the cold right now. You might be feeling a little lonely. With the Hermit and the 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. You might be feeling like you're left out, like something's missing. This is the thought, though. You're not just feeling, you think you're left out. You think you're missing out. You're not connected in a way you want to. There is a misconnection with someone or some event. Something is making you feel left out. But that's interesting because we have a deck feel left out, but we're proud, we're prideful. There's a triumphant moment within. So maybe it is kind of a situation where you're maybe consciously avoiding certain people. In that case, it could be a situation because if you're proud of yourself and you're feeling left out, it could be a situation where you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it on your own terms. I mean, the hermit does that on their own terms. It's not just circumstances, it's also the events. They take action and they take the ownership of solitude. So this could be something where you are cutting ties a little bit. Or at least you're distancing yourself from a group. And you're nurturing yourself. Because you are the Queen of Cups here. You are the Queen of Cups. So you're intuitively nurturing your energy. You're nurturing your emotions. Okay. So with this nurturing, what's going on? Like what was this in the past with resources on the mind, resources on the mind, resources on the mind? But also in this case, we're kind of feeling like left out, or we're it's not just feeling left out. It's in this case, it's actually being separated from the warmth in some way, or from a group dynamic. You're on the outside of the cathedral and it's cold outside, but it's in the mind. So this is all in the mind. This is in your connections with other people, and in your heart, you're feeling proud. So this really is something that I would say is deliberate. You're nurturing yourself. You're kind of finding yourself here. Group number 2. And this card almost fell out, so we'll take a look at it. What do we have here? Temperance. Okay, so you're transforming. There's a transformation happening here. This might really be you're kind of distancing yourself from people who have habits that you don't really want to continue with. It could also be that you've done this already and you're just kind of living in that moment, living in the situation. So we're going to continue on to see what's going on in the mind now, or what's coming. I should say, what to expect next. If there's this separation of situation, you needed help with from somebody, and I think this is something moving forward. This is a different group. Whatever this is different. You're thinking about it though. We're waiting. We have the Hanged Man. So patience is going to be very important. The Temperance card came out. And both cards we're seeking wisdom here. I'm seeing a lot of wisdom cards because Temperance is one of wisdom. You can see the eye above the angel. This is a wise choice to move forwards in elevating oneself, increasing one's sense of being, raising your vibration, your frequency. It's wise choice. The Hanged Man is wise waiting. You can see the light around his head. This is a wise choice to hold themselves up. He's not stuck. This person is holding themselves by the rope, and they're waiting for their moment to let go. And they'll do it in good time, in divine time, to move forward. So this is you're sitting in this place of separation. Perhaps you gave distance from someone, and it's not that you're never going to see them again. It's just you had to distance yourself just temporarily, and you're giving them time too. This could be friendship related because you're feeling nostalgic in the future. You're going to be feeling nostalgic. We have the 6 of Cups. The sense of better times, the sense of friendships that we once had, those connections we had that was so good. That's the kind of feeling we have here. So there's a feeling of nostalgia for another time. You're waiting. Perhaps you're waiting for someone to reach out to you, or you're waiting for you to feel in a good state of mind before you reach out to them. Okay. And your actions you're doing this traditionally. So you're kind of waiting. Whatever the traditional pathway would be for reconnecting, whatever that traditional path would be, that's the one you're taking. So if you feel like you're the last person who sent a message, then you're not going to continue to send messages until they send one back. That kind of thing. A more traditional, more like following a sort of set of rules. There's something about it. You're wishing for the best though. You're wishing for the best. This could be a reconnection, or if it doesn't happen, it's for the best regardless, because this is one of those times where the other party has to feel the strength to, or feel this feeling in order for that connection to move forward. Okay. I want to just draw one card for now. Let's just draw one card and put that on the Hierophant, because we have the Hierophant here. It's funny, it's a non-traditional card for the Hierophant. The Hierophant would look a little differently in a more traditional deck, but it's a non-traditional tradition card. So, okay, healing. Interesting, okay. So we're waiting for things to settle down. We're waiting for emotions to fade a little bit. We're waiting for the dust to settle. We're waiting. Have you ever shaken up a river or a stream? Have you ever been in a stream and you took a stick and you kind of flipped over rocks and it creates a cloudy mess in the stream? You're waiting for the stream to continue, and then you wait a little bit and the stream floats down and the sediment kind of settles back down, the dirt settles back down in the river, and then you can see clearly again. That's the kind of thing that I'm feeling here. There's a waiting period for this situation. There's a waiting period. Okay. Okay. So what can you expect next? What can you expect to happen next? Let's see. So this nostalgia, this waiting period, it leads to, well, it could be regrouping, because finding your friendships again, because we have the Three of Pentacles, where you fit into a group. There's expertise. Everyone has their role in a situation. This is an interesting card to see here. Perhaps you are reuniting with someone, or perhaps you're meeting up with people where you really find your group, you find your tribe. We have the Hermit. Interesting. Okay, this happens sometimes where the upper right corner seems to get the card that you chose. So the wisdom that you're seeking is coming. That's for sure. The wisdom's coming in the mind. It's not the solitude here where it would be you are alone. It's the wisdom is coming to you. You are seeking wisdom here. You're seeking the right choice. And what action are you taking? Well, could be a little bit more waiting, or it could be accepting what is, because we have this unknowable situation. We have the moon, the waxing and waning of the moon. We have the hidden nature of this situation, but one where you're feeling like you fit in now. You feel like you fit in. There's this wisdom, and it could be that you fit in because you are different and you're uniquely distinct. What you're offering to this group or what you're offering to the situation is one that only you can offer. And the results are going to be unknown, but we still have one more card that we will reveal. So we're going to see what to expect. But there is this waiting period, this healing period. There's this wisdom in the mind. There's this feeling like you're connecting again. You're in a group that you really belong in. There's some really great feelings here coming in. And there's an unknown situation, but it's almost exciting. It's kind of like you don't know where this is going to take you, but you're going for it anyway. You're going for it. You're going to continue moving forward. So what is this card here? This card that's unrevealed, the unknown. We have the moon here, so let's hopefully get some clarity with this card. And hopefully it will apply to the rest of the reading, where we have a better understanding of what is going on, and you can intuitively connect to the whole thing and feel like you really do know what to expect next in your life. Let's take a look. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, interesting. So we have the Ace of Swords. You can see the wind blowing. The swords are of air. There's an airy nature to this. There's winds of change here. This is a new beginning, a new idea coming forth. What it was that you were doing in the past, you were thinking through things. Now we're having a new mindset, more wise choices ahead, more wisdom. You're going to have a perspective here that is, it's almost of nobility. You're going to have a strong perspective on what you're doing, and you're going to feel way more connected and in tune with the groups that you're dealing with, the groups that you're involved in. And this comes through having set aside and separated yourself a little bit from older groups, set it aside and given yourself time and space. You needed space to heal. And now we're doing that. Or space to clear your head, at least. Space to have those flowing waters start to clear away that like foggy, dusty, upset nature. Like allowing your emotions to settle and allowing things to be more clear and easier to understand. And through that, you're getting wisdom and insight and a new perspective. That's what's happening, and that's what you can expect next in your life. Okay. Group number 2, this has been your reading. If you enjoyed it, please consider staying around for reading number 3. Each reading oftentimes can provide insight to different parts of your life. And that gives you an opportunity to understand different aspects. So you can think about, maybe the first reading you want to think about career, the second reading you wanted to think about love, in the third reading you want to think about friends and family, something like that, or travel, or like internal growth. Whatever it is, you can apply it to each reading and have a different perspective with each reading. So with that being said, also, if you liked this, if you had something that you're healing or you would like to talk about, leave a comment and we'll definitely love to hear from you. Okay, so great. See you soon. Hey, reading number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Queen of Coins and the Malachite Crystal, or the Queen of Pentacles. Also, we have this hidden card that will hopefully, when we reveal it at the end of the reading, provide clarity as to what to expect next in your life. Okay, let's take a look. Well, this one wanted to come out. We'll put it right here. We'll start in the past, we'll move to the present, and then into the future to see what you can expect. But we need to kind of get an understanding of what happened in the past so that we can move forward in the future. Okay. Great. Let's begin. So, in the heart, back in the past, you were holding on to something. You're holding on to something dearly. We have 4 of Pentacles in the heart. 4 of Pentacles within. So, this is some kind of clinging on to or holding on really tightly to an idea, or holding on to, in many cases, it's finances. But in this case, with this card, especially in this modern depiction, it reminds me of being like kind of attached to social media, because it's a glowing light that this woman is holding on to, almost like she's in bed, like at night, just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So there's a feeling of being attached to something here in the past, a really strong attachment, connected, but also like, holding on, really clinging on. In the mind, we had a new idea. So this could be a new person in the past. In the past, you met someone new online, perhaps, and you were really excited about this new experience of getting to know this person, getting to know a new person and just getting to connect with them on a human level, but through some kind of connectivity through the phone, perhaps. But let's see what was going on with you. The sun, yeah, there's some positive energy here. Interesting. Okay, so this could have been in the past a new relationship, a brand new relationship, or a new pathway. I say relationship because we have this 4 of Pentacles, but this could also be a new job, because we're talking about, the 4 of Pentacles in a modern, like, social media way. But in a more traditional sense, this could very well be a career path, because we have the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, with the 4 of Pentacles, and then the Sun and the Fool. So this could be a new job, or a new career path, some kind of new job that was really bringing in, that you were very happy about. It could be a new project. Something new was happening that was giving you really just abundance. Like the feeling of warmth of the sun, the feeling of just being out. If you're ever out on the beach, or, outside, and you're just allowing the sun to like warm everything, and you just feel that connection to the sky, to the air. The air's flowing and cooling you off. The sun's warming you up. That's the kind of energy we have with the sun and the Fool connected. But in the heart, there's an attachment. There is a connection. There's some form of connection, some form of holding on to something. And it could be in a good way. You don't want these moments to end, maybe. I mean, if you're feeling that way, I would imagine you wouldn't, right? You don't want these moments to end. What did that lead to? Group number 3. I almost said 2. You might want to see number 2, but group number 3. Where does this lead us? Where did it lead us, I should say? For some reason I want 2. Whoa, is there 3 there? No, 2. We'll put 2 here. I don't know why. But 2 wanted to come out, so let's see these 2. It led to a whole adventure here. You went on quite an adventure, and you committed to it, because it was the 8 of Swords and the World. So you were committed to this journey. There's so much on the mind. You had really learned a lot. Wow. What went on in the past, group number 3? Let us know. Was there some kind of travel you did, or did you go to a new school or a new job where you learned something that, most people never would have learned? This feels like almost like you went to like Egypt and you saw the pyramids, or you went to Europe and you saw the great cathedrals, or you learned an expertise that no one really knows about, but allows you to open up a whole career path for yourself. Like you were like some kind of librarian and lost tomes, and you found, or lost a library, and you saw like this book, and you just learned something about something ancient or something beautifully like universal. There's something really big here that happened in the past. I mean, we have the world, the sun, and the Fool. Come on. What was going on here? Wow. I mean, all of this together in the past. And then we have an oracle card. This is a special card. It's the Well. So the well is an upspringing of ideas. It's a creative force. It's when you wish, you put a coin into the well and you wish on it, or you pull up the waters. There's this source of energy. There's this source of inspiration. What was going on with you? Well, there's a disappointment. Interesting. So much grandeur, and yet there's a disappointment here. You're feeling like there was more to it that didn't happen. Well, what happened? What was going on here? Look at this like glory here. There's glory in these cards. And then now we have these 3 spilled cups. Remember that the 5 of Cups is a complicated card. The figure is disappointed, is lamenting the 3 spilled cups. But there's a silver lining here. There are 2 more cups behind him, and there's the castle in the distance. So if he's ready to look around and think about what he does have, he'll see he has what is capable of reaching his goals. He'll see that he can cross the river and reach his dreams. They're still there. It's not over. This is a mild setback. It's a minor setback. But interestingly enough, it's tied to all of this grandeur here. The world, the Fool, the sun. So something halted this situation. And meanwhile, you're getting like a wellspring of ideas. What halted your great adventure, group number 3? What halted it? This might be an adventure within or an adventure without. It could also be an adventure with people. But what happened? Okay, as I picked up the deck, this card did not come with. We have the Lovers. Okay. This card did not come with when I picked it up. It was left on the table. Lovers were lost? A lost love? What's happening right now, group number 3? What's going on? What's going on with you now? Let's take a look. The wellspring. What came up from the well? Well, okay, new emotional start. We have the Ace of Cups. So that's good to see. It's almost like you brought it up with the chalice. You brought up the waters. And now you have this new emotional start. Right now. A new emotional start. On the mind. What's on your mind right now? Well, okay. We have the new we have a new burst of energy here. A new creative spirit. Interesting. All right. And what's inside? What's inside the what are you doing right now with these aces, with this new start here? You have an Ace of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Group number 3. What's going on? This is a fresh start. Wow, this is a fresh new beginning. Whoa. Whoa. Look at this. Look at this. Right now. Right now is the, this is a cliche expression, but right now is the beginning of the rest of your life, and that's for sure. Look at this. Right now, you have so much opportunity to start anew. So much opportunity to start fresh, to begin again, to start a brand new day. Whatever happened the rest of the day doesn't matter. Right now, we're starting new. We're starting fresh. What can we expect with the rest of our life? Well, it could be anything now. This is a blank slate. Look at this. This whole area, this is fresh. Whatever happened here, this disappointment, this huge grandeur, whatever the lost love, the lost lovers, we'll put the lovers here. What happened with the lovers? That's okay. We moved on. We're moving on. We have this fresh blank slate. Have you ever just got a new notebook or do you ever draw a new drawing pad or a new drawing book, a new art book, and it has just all these blank pages? There's all these just blank pages here. That's what we have right here. This is a new story. This is a new, fresh beginning. We're about to go embark on an adventure here. Are you ready? Because this is going to be brand new. And we're going to be very excited to see this because this is what you can expect for the next chapter in your life. I almost want to draw from another deck here. Let's do that. Let's do that. We're going to do the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. We're just going to draw from a new deck here because a golden new beginning has started. And you deserve to see something fresh, something new. I don't do this normally. Group number 3. I don't normally do this, but look at that. You have all these aces right now. We have to start something new. So what happens? What to expect next in your life? Let's take a look. Okay. So, in the heart, with this new emotional beginning, we have the Chariot. So a balancing of ideas, a balancing of elements. We're moving forward, but through deliberate, there's like a intermixing of different complementary energies, as above, so below. We're moving forward with strength too, with real conviction, with real assuredness. We're very confident. We're moving forward steadily. In the mind, we have some wands coming in. We have some weariness. You're putting in a lot of effort here, and you're not seeing the results, but the results are coming. With the 9 of Wands, remember, it's just around the corner is the 10 of Wands. So this new chapter, you're putting in this effort, you're going to be seeing results. You will absolutely see results. And finally, we have the 7 of Swords. So borrowing of ideas, perhaps. We're going to want to borrow ideas from others to see what works for them. In this case, 7 of Swords is not a bad card. It oftentimes is associated with, nefarious or deception. But in many ways, it's actually removal of swords so that we can talk it out. We can talk through the idea. It's also a sharing of ideas. Because the swords are ideas. We're going to draw 3 more. What to expect next in your life. So we're borrowing ideas from somebody so that we can move forward in a way that is steady and assured. We're putting in effort, real effort. We have the King of Swords here. Okay. So we have the King of Swords, really strong decision-making within. You're going to feel confident in the decisions that you're making, in the choices that you're making. We have Judgment here. Okay. So there's the Judgment card. So there's a real taking into account every action you took in the past and realizing how it led you to this new start. And it's realizing now you can move forward with real wisdom in your mind about what to do next. You can understand that you were a different person back then. You are a whole new person now. And this newness is what's allowing you to see what you have done outside of your perspective. Like you can kind of take a look outside and look in and understand much more clearly what was going on from a more balanced or holistic, like all-encompassing perspective, from a full perspective. You can look at it and really understand what it is that is going on here. You can understand how you're doing now in relation to the past, or how you're doing now compared to the past, and it's letting you move forward in a way where you can make good decisions based on your past experiences. Okay, what are you doing in the future? We have another ace. So there's this new idea. Well, we have all aces, all 4 aces. We have the Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Group number, so all of this comes with this brand new idea. This brand new idea that comes in. There's a fresh start for you. This is one of those times where I see this more as you haven't really taken a lot of action yet, but you steadily looked and analyzed all of the things that happened in the past so that you can move forward real fresh with real refreshing start. A start that's brand new. There's like no specs on it. This is a brand new beginning. This is one of those times where you're looking back. The 7 of Swords looks back over things, analyzes things in the past sometimes, and can look through and pick apart what the ideas are that can be borrowed or taken and move forward with. So what are the ideas back here that we can move forward with? What are some things here that work well? Well, we have, the sun. We have this brand new beginning, that spirit of trying something new. There's so much happening here. Wow. I just see this as such a new beginning. I would say don't be afraid to borrow ideas from others. Don't be afraid to follow in others' footsteps just to try it out, because you're starting new, so you might as well try out other people's ideas. See if they work for you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel here. You can try something different. Try different aspects. Put on different hats. Try on different shoes. Try on different looks. This is one of those times where you have time to experiment, because the commitment that came from the past is no longer there. This commitment here, this in the mind. We have the 8 of Swords. Sorry, the 8 of Swords, where you feel trapped, but it's also a commitment in the mind. It's a commitment in the mind to be a certain way. We're trying something new now. We're going for something different. Okay. So, all that being said, we have this one hidden card left, this one mysterious card. Hopefully, it will apply some clarity as to what you can expect next in your life. Let's take a look at it now. Okay. We have Temperance. Okay. Not much animation. You can see the wings flapping. Temperance. So you're transforming. You really are transforming here. This is a brand new beginning. You've gone through so much. We had the World here. This is almost like so much happened all at once. You started something new and it just happened. Everything happened so quickly. You went on quite an adventure. And now here we're starting new. We're starting new, but we're transforming and we're looking to elevate ourselves to a higher place of being. All right. This is going to happen. This is beautiful. Actually, I'm going to draw a couple more cards from the original, the Ethereal Visions deck, just to kind of fill in some missing places. I feel like this is just such a fresh start. It's hard to understand. It's hard to understand what's going on here. So let's get some, just 2 more cards. All right. Ooh. Okay, well, again, we have the Star. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. So don't be afraid to reach out to people if you're feeling alone. Because at this point in time, this might be new friendships that you're forming, new experiences, or it might be a renewal of old friendships. Whatever it may be, this is one of those times where you're reaching back, and you're reaching out to heal. So this is an interesting situation here. One where you are stronger now. This was a huge experience. And healing might not be exactly the right word here. Healing definitely would be a good word. But what we're looking for here is something more like so much happened that you're kind of trying to rebuild. That's the right word. You're trying to rebuild here because so much has happened. So, group number 3, let us know what it is that you are rebuilding. What is this fresh start? What are you looking for with this blank canvas? What's your first brush stroke on the canvas? I'd love to hear what your first action now with this new day is going to be. Okay. With that being said, see you soon.